Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. We are back with a little bit more Shadowbringers MSQ. Today with, I'm not too sure how long I'll be going, but today we are going to be going over the consequences of what we did here in Il Mheg, creating a brand new Titania out of Feoul, and bringing Night back to the home of the fairies. Alright. What you got for me, Thancred? A gift. Oh, I ended just a little bit early. I want to see what the present is. I knew you could do it. And not only because of your blessing. You have a strength all your own, and it has helped us, and it has seen us through many a trial. With the warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going together, needless to say. To the bitter end, the fate of our two worlds being at stake and all that. Why is it called Final Fantasy if they're going to keep making more of them? Because once one flops, that's the end. No, that's not true. 15 and 16 didn't really do that great, I guess. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crystarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Fae folk. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful the city was spared Yulmore's attentions, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for all of us when I say I've had a belly full of Il Mheg. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. Back to the Crystarium. Anytime somebody starts a sentence with, why is it called blank, it just makes me think of that. Why is it called an oven if you of in the cold food, of out hot eat the food? Truly a genius of our time. John Arbuckle's built different. Or assembled incorrectly. It's really hard to tell. Oh, everybody's here. We're all just standing outside looking at the Crystarium. We don't want to go inside. We just want to have this dramatic moment. Here, hold on. Let me get posed up. There. Built different. Worse. Made up of spare parts, perhaps. This has voice-acted cutscene vibes. I'm so sure about it, I'm putting on auto advance.
All seems well at the Crystarium.
I was right.
Yulmore was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
Oh, you're just going to straight up approach me.
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
Solus, what are you doing here?
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
What is your deal?
Well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity, I am Emmett Selk, Asian.
What kind of power play is this, dude? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm here for it.
Gaia spoke of you, a native of the Source.
It's just an insane power play.
And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle? Oh, it is truly, deeply infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining?
Hopefully, he just stopped it entirely.
Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met.
Too bad.
But you had to come and ruin it all.
That's literally my job.
Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters.
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habrea did. And we all know how well that ended for him. And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
What is your deal?
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground? For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the Source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible.
Okay, in all fairness, he's actually so right. He is immortal. He could just wait for all of the Scions to die of old age.
So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
I thought he teleported away.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted.
I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
I'm so confused. Like, in a good way. I understand everything that's happening right now, but I cannot for the life of me figure out what his motive is. What he's gonna get out of this. Cooperation. He can't be serious. Can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Chris. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you've earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. I can't believe Alice just told me that it's bedtime. I'm a goddamn warrior of light. I don't have a curfew. What do you mean? But it does mean that I think we'll probably be seeing Ardbert again, because he seems to show up every time I go to my room. Welcome back, sir. We've been expecting you. You'll find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. Will you be retiring now? Yes. A sandwich basket. This is what they hid from me. That's not my earring. Did it not glam my coffee cup earring on? I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? And with that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You probably think you're talking to yourself.
Unless he can see you too. I'd be surprised if he couldn't.
Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmett's Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmett Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Tell me about Seto.
What? What about Seto? What is there to say? All right. He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
Yeah, so I named my my Chocobo after my dog. Then I painted her white because I thought it would look cool. Gave her black mage drip so we matched. But I always forget to actually bring her out in a fight. Damn, Chris, you ate all those sandwiches? Alright, yeah, I guess you would fall into a food coma after that. If I was an immortal, I would pose as a hero of light from a bygone age, giving advice to the current heroes. That'd be big brain. Massive brain. He is hungry. Real politic. The Fey touched. Ooh. Good morning to you, sir. I do hope you're well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the Ocular. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. No, the Fae are touching me, and I would like them to stop. I don't think I even have my fairy anymore. I should have tried to call on the summoning bell a minute ago. You're a neat-looking sage. What outfit is that? The Ravel Keeper's chest wrap of healing. Let me in! Why are we all just staring?
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon? Lest you forget I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
I'm always happy to throw hands.
And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips.
I kinda do.
Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
I know that he's hiding something, but I think he's being honest. A kernel, perhaps. A kernel of truth. There's a lot that I feel like he's hiding, but I don't think he's lying outright.
He could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Not just content, encouraging us to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far.
You mean
In
thanking
striking
me?
down the
You're
Light
welcome.
Wardens of Lakeland and Il Mheg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Armarang, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Armarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me.
What did you do?
You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
'Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Leda Luran.
Refuse. Absolutely
Did you
not.
even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged.
Who is that baddie? What baddie? We've got the Crystal Exarch. This guy? That's Urianger. Yeah, that's him. So everybody is getting an insane glow up right now. I cannot wait to see Y'shtola.
Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Ooh, that doesn't sound like the greatest plan.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
They kind of want both me and Alphino dead. I guess they want us all dead, though. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather, the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. May I ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey unto Fort Job that we might secure this relic. Yeah, Urianger is a astrologian now. And although I'm not 100% sure, the outfits that I have seen Y'shtola wearing, I believe she is a black mage. Here amidst these ruins we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall, the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as a testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh every one, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge are seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to Rak'tika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. Found it. No, wait. Found it. Despite their architectural prowess, I can make neither head nor tail of anything in this place. You would think the remnants of a church would be more conspicuous. It is. It's right here. Open your eyes, Thancred. You're literally standing right in front of it. Is it back in here? No. Oh, well hello there. 'Twould be most unusual, but mayhap the hall was built below ground. I don't feel good about this. How are they gonna praise the light from underground? Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction has done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time. Yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark. And its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to the worshippers of the dark, the Knights Blessed. Who subsequently migrated to Rak'tika, yes? Indeed. 'Twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Rak'tika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often many times did Yulmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola in her seclusion doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed in their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. To search a surrounding. It's the aiming minigame again. I can't look up. Ophelia. I can barely see my hand in front of my face. If only that torch were a little closer. Ah, hello there. You've located the Time Worn tablet. I didn't expect it to just be a thing in the world. Within the altar, thou sayest? Naught escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are written in the script of the ancient Empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for a seeker of truth. 'Tis plainly Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey to the woods. Oh, I just saw a picture of her. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed, which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is a belief of the blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases masters their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the Blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Great Wood's border. She calls herself Matoya? That's actually kinda sweet. I hope that she can wear a funny little hat like Matoya. The map bamboozled me. I thought there was a way up that cliff. I'm gonna turn mount music off. Because the music here in Shadowbringers is amazing. I did AFK in Il Mheg for like an hour and a half earlier before I went live because I was struck with decision paralysis. The music there got a little bit old after about an hour and a half, but still good. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course. Right this way.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure that that's the name of the newest,
So
patch.
he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
The Raktika Greatwood.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable.
Then how is Y'shtola here?
Not so the swamps of Sidia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Bruh.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
You made me choke on my soda.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more.
No.
Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Where's your mute button? It's very funny to me that we have Emmett with us. What is it now? Do you expect me to regale you with friendly banter? Oh, very well. I will humor you this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Come on then. What do you wish to know? Why choose this form here in the first? Well, well. What a curious question. Mortal flesh is but the vessel into which we Ascians pour the elixir of our souls, molding it as it fits to the occasion. Or not, if we so choose. Be it for a year or a millennium, I prefer to retain the same form until my duty is done. So after arriving here in the first, I fashioned some hapless body into the man you see before you. Though as your friend over here can attest, there are those of us who forego such alterations. He was ever the rash one, La Habrea, jumping from vessel to vessel, never heeding the toll it took on him. 'Tis plain our Ascian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Were it otherwise, we should not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin-Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands, which, without surcease. It is, if naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. God, Urion J, I want to kick you in the balls. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin-Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they know not how to go on. Wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps to Fort Go. Urion J, shut up. Stop talking. This fort doesn't really look like it's in the best shape. Y'shtola, where are you? Y'shtola? Why are you staring at me, Emmett?
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction.
Okay, it's not staring at me, it's staring at
Y'shtola
Urion
sought
J.
shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Hello? Hrothgar?
Surround them!
That's a lot of people.
These Sin Eaters, they're not like the others.
That's because we're not Sin Eaters.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Kupo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Oh no.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade. Good luck.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Enough. Runar, report.
Istola.
Master Matoya! We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
Smash.
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not.
Huh?
There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
I guess you can't see our face.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
Hi, Istola. It's been too long, clearly. Nice to see you too, Master Matoya. Or you truly thought me a Sin Eater? I don't know which one I want to do. Because the last one's me being a smartass. The second one's also a smartass, but sweet. And the first one's really sincere. I think smartass, but sweet. Oh, is she gonna cry? He's gonna make me cry.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons.
Oh.
Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Fuck. You have been busy since arriving in the First, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort Gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate and you will find me soon enough. Oh, the band's back together! It is kind of hilarious to me that our Aether is so bright that she thought that we were literally a monster made out of light. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelves would, this force has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. This is the home of the Fierce. So everything in the First mirrors that of the source, of Eorzea. This is the home of the Fierce. We're in Kugane right now. Oh. Excuse me, I have an aetherite to grab. What is that? What's up here? Hey Stola. Hey Stola, why can't I go? Hey Stola. Fine.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
Makes sense.
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm still full from
Now,
the
I would
entire
hear of your
basket of
travels away
sandwiches.
from prying ears. Come.
Yeah, so I've killed 2 light wardens. It was pretty crazy. I brought the darkness back.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand.
You gotta eat whatever she gives you, it's the law. Chris has a phobia of drinking things or eating things that someone hands him. It doesn't go well.
I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
So the light is bad here specifically in Shadowbringers because so we're on a world where the light won. There was nothing else to fight, and the light became so powerful that it is now consuming everything. It's basically the idea that without no evil, there is no good. It basically just turned it into a force instead of like something for people to look forward to. It's now just like a force of nature.
Well, go on then.
Also, there is currently no nighttime, except for in Lakeland and Il Mheg, because I fixed that.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet,
There's no games
I
on it.
find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Stola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
Nerd.
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Ooh.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
But it still
Understands,
hurts.
perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
I do feel really bad for Thancred. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alice and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Change is a part of life, we can but hope it's changed for the better. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed. Change is a part of life. You're right. And after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I'll have to speak with him later. Dog, get off the table. Dog, those are lit candles. Good boy. We're returning to the matter at hand. I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherborough. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Is it Slitherborough or Slitherbow? Slitherbow. Runar, I was told to come talk to you. Welcome, friend, welcome. My apologies for the less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? I'm Chris, and I'm from where the Exarch's from. Oh, from the Crystarium. I see, and this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika? Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Oomst. I'm in Philia. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain in our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow may have come to find solace. Within whose great shadow many have come to find solace. There we go. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is a smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubts the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service of the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to as long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence for the dark? In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Ingvar? One of my favorite D&D characters I've played was named Ingvar. Should you see any of our people who come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment, that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Kneel. There we go. As Runar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. There was a flesh-eating amoeba in the water. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. Ooh. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. One sec. Cat. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect. Unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are sin eaters. I jest. What you feel was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alan Tuta. In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alentuta, and they will know you as friends of the Blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. I hope that at some point they stop making me, like, type in chat. Alentuda. The woman smiles warmly. Who's over here for me to talk to? It would appear to be in this door. Hello, Askir. Alentuda. Alenchisi, welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison near everything you see, but fear not, our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask, and it is yours. Hi, Vondia. Vondia? I don't know. Ah, a newly come traveler. Alenchisi, and welcome to Slitherbow. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea, the quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. What are you doing? Are you playing hopscotch? You literally are. There's nothing there on the ground for you to jump in. What are you doing? Y'all are weird as hell here. I'm out. I'm back. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There's still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community. Ah, you're returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodging for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, it would be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. Oh, I got you. I already have my watering can. May I help too? Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. Right then, I'll fill you water. Oh, whoopsie. Give me water. It's the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. We'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. We will have 45 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to her and try again. I have a much easier way of doing this. You've watered half the plot. These chore quests are always annoying to me. Give me the other half, please. Only half? I see. Well, let me refill the jug for you. You will have 30 seconds to complete the task. Why did it shorten my time? The whole plot thoroughly watered. I watered your plants. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? I'll tutu. You water the crops. Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I have been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Tadia's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There's no need. The plot is small, it's true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. You have 5 cabbage plants, 4 corn, and 3 of something else. That's not very much food. I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yeah, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Rocktika Greatwood. I see you've read your history. But there is a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood, when their bodies were reborn as sin eaters. Give me one moment, please. I keep seeing pop-ups about friends going online playing games, so I'm turning off Steam. Or turning myself to offline. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon, they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth, they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond those burning skies, in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of the trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You were kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and the generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. Sorry. There we go. Done tending to the crops already? Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods. Sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Thitherbow. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they've moved on. But sir, what of Tadia's Heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for Sin Eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days past, Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed were given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral, as an offering to the heavens. But now... What if I could find it for you? I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Thancred doesn't need to know. What? Do you mean to say you'll come with me? You're putting some crazy words into my mouth, but sure. Thank you. Let's hurry then before he returns. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. Yeah, I only said that I wasn't gonna tell Thancred. Is this the right way? Nope. How do I get out of here? This way. Well, since I'm walking past you, I'll grab this Aether Current. Gimme. What amount do I get? Chocobo. I'm Minfilia. There. The Sin Eaters. Sorry, was sending a message. You. Okay, so there's like a lot of these ones, so it's not necessarily the one that killed, the lady. Tesleen. I was hoping there would only be one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Let's get to it then. What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? Though there are only two. I'll draw one of them away. You deal with the other. No, let's gang up on them one at a time. You're about to get yourself killed and it's gonna be my problem. This is a Karibo. Forgiven Dissonance. That might be what you're called here, but I know your true nature. Manphilia, you better not be dying over here. If you die, I'll kill you. Is that Thancred? No, Knight's Blessed Missionary. You're a Fate. Manphilia, you won? Ah! Chris, there you are. It's done, though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. What's this? Looks like a broken pot or something. So this is what we do for family. This is lost but not forgotten. Hello, suspicious pile of leaves. Hello, Carnes. Oh, hold on. I'll just do this one since I'm here. Took two. You brush away the leaves and uncover a brilliant green gem. Manphilia, I did it. I'm on my way. Do you have any luck? Keepsake once belonging to Tadia of the Night Blessed. It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said that you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have so much to learn if I'm going to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry, forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. Probably. I kinda want a burger. But I don't know for sure. Thank goodness you're safe. I had begun to fear the worst. Okay, phone. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys heard it go off just now. I literally just said that I kind of want a burger, and Uber Eats just posted, or just sent me a thing saying I should order from Wendy's. That's kind of spooky. By all that's dark, you found it. We can proceed with our service as planned. Those blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits onto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Saying goodbye. Would fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Todio's service as honored guests. There is still much we would do to prepare, but please go and inform the others it will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there will be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Hi, Thancred. Well, out with it then. Chris and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away, and we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters and... so long as he accompanied you. But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Chris has business with us. Is something the matter? Yeah, we're gonna have a funeral service. They've asked us to attend the service. Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. You know, me telling you that Thancred doesn't need to know and then you immediately self-reporting doesn't really... it's not really a good look. Hello, Elder. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points to a nearby corner where you might place it. Candle. And now I wait here. If this cutscene's voice acted, I'm gonna get up and stretch. It's voice acted.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers.
But they do know each other's actual names.
We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
Why is it glowing? That seems like a bad
That
thing.
vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's nothing to worry about.
We call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks.
You're welcome. I put
The
down a
enduring
candle.
legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
I would like to have met her. You know I don't deserve such reverence. That comes off as being very self-conscious. That's not what I
You might not deliver her
meant.
to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urianger and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
I'm really liking Shadowbringers, guys. Hold on. Ooh, you all get to see the new samurai glam I have, because I've been opening these up for my samurai. Going for kind of like a pirate vibe. It's not going to be my permanent glam, definitely not. But I've started playing it again because I got a... Do I not have it in here? Probably not. Yeah, I don't have it in here. I got a katana from Serio. I've been doing extremes off stream. At least whenever I see one up. Speaking of, I wonder if there's any up right now. There's Alexander Savage, but that's been up for a while. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Ding! Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed that it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkin Empire, and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And do you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Il Mheg? I can't remember how it's actually pronounced. Into Il Mheg. Indeed we do. For etched into the tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkin Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruined protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkin text and translations into a more modern dialect, which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Cydia, quite close to Slitherbow in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of Dark Worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I am afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Okay? I mean, I'm down. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. And let us convene outside, to the west of Slitherbow where the path diverges. Alright. Oopsie, that's the wrong direction. Hello, Bunny. You have a cool look. These here are the reason I've been doing the Shadowbringers Extreme, or Stormblood Extremes. I want to get the Kamui of Ninetails really bad. So far, I've only completed Seiryu Extreme once. I have one little token. There it is. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to watch over the children. Perhaps he has ought to share of their recent activity. But we must tread lightly. Tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so, they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them onto the sunless sea. I would rather not soil my hands defending myself against such madmen. My little kobold mount. This was the first mount that I really wanted to go out of my way to grab. Hi, Aether Current. I wasn't paying attention. I almost went right by you. Yoink. Oops. It looks like we ran into trouble, judging by the ominous purple mist. Hi, bestie. I'm gonna cut you down real quick. Gotta look cool. By the blessed dark. Thank goodness you were unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You're an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary, the usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce ourselves, or if we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests and we would have the opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies, long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. I don't know why, but 2 seems like an oddly specific number. If it were 1 or 3, it would seem... Ooh, wait, hold on. My sword is still... in two-handed. Do I have a unique pose for posing with two-handed? Please pose. Hit a pose, Chris. Come on, man. Okay, what's the battle stance for this look like? Pretty lame. Okay, never mind, okay, back to lame. I liked when, like, this spin into sitting behind the head. That's pretty rad, and I wish it would have stopped there. Hello, piggies. You're gonna wish you didn't do that. You're also gonna wish you didn't do that. I'm gonna give you a chance now to walk away. Okay. You've chosen death. Goodbye. Burlap sack large enough to fit a dwarf. Smoke bomb. Poor bees. Let's just bag up this hive. And then the next one's here. Yeah. I don't want to go and do this one yet. I wish there was a way to make it so that it didn't show. But if I did find a way to make it so it didn't show, I would forget to do it. I'll probably forget to do it anyway, though, I'm not gonna lie. I went too far. Or did I? Nope, I could have kept going the way I was already going. Buzzing burlap sack, for God's sake, don't let them out. Viper's really cool. I got my big old T-Rex. So what were you two doing while I was doing that? Were you just standing here chatting? The guard returned a slither bow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? Buzz. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. The bees! The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance, which leads to the spider's nest. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. Come on. What if I climb up here and then jump there? Thank you. Don't you do it, Mr. Pig. I will beat your ass. Don't try it. What are you? A tomato. What are you? You're like an angry tomato plant that came out of a vase. I'm gonna kill you. Goodbye. You were really weird looking. Up there is the airway. Do you see it? A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes keeping it closed, enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? That should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees! By the abyss, they're everywhere! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! It sounds like our plan's working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it that any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy you still a little more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoyed the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now if you both are ready. Oh god, all the way up over here, huh? Excuse me, tree. Okay, tree gone. Think that I'm going to be able to kill them all? Yeah, 100%. That felt really cool. I like Viper a lot. I like the vibes of it. I don't really understand the job very much, but I like it. I'm gonna wait for my health to come back a little. I got bored of waiting. That's fine. Come on then. Let me do this one again. Hold on. So that then gives me this, which doesn't seem to really do a ton of damage. But it did give me potency of flank sting strike is increased. Huh. Hello, bat. Goodbye, bat. Alright, fine, I'll kill you, because you're in my way. Excuse me. Aishtola. I just went down a follower. I think one of the bots that followed me got banned. Rip, bozo. The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in. There it is. Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance I can tell they're old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We are not like to come here a second time. 'Twould behoove us to learn all that we can. Examine the murals. Ronkin mural. The mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne attended by their subjects. The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Others surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. So this is the Warrior of Light. This is Ardbert. Possibly. These are the Warriors of Darkness. I can specifically tell who's who. They're White Mage, Paladin, Ardbert, Black Mage, Archer. The mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
It's you. Even I can tell that at a glance.
There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it, slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was, but he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends, a tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. "One day you will all be here too," he said. "Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself?" I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder? Rather faded, isn't it? Compared to the others. Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
I really should tell the other Scions what I'm seeing. I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Chris, do the murals appear to be of any significance? Yes. Depictions of heroes, from the age of gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. Let us hurry to Slitherbough. The others are waiting. After we return, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you'll be the first to know. Whee! I'm not walking all the way there. Chrysanthemum, the guard told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath, and no sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how I worry whenever she leaves without telling me, but she is safe, and that's all that matters. You must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat here by the fire? The stew will soon be ready. Are there any more silly quests I need? No.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
You know, those birds sounded a lot like people screaming.
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it? The blessing may spare him the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. He is not as he was in the Source.
What do you mean? What?
Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that he has been suffused with their light.
have given thought to this possibility. I dare not speak until more is known.
Wait. Is it killing me?
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Help! Someone help! The Ilmorans have come for us! We're under attack!
Oh no.
Lord Vorthry, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling warriors of darkness. They have slain sin-eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers. So I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Il Mheg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve. Before long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss. Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need.
I really don't like you, Vorthry.
Sanctuary. And they shall find none world, save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome, and we will, once we eliminate the Sin Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now, and the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making, or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord Vorthry. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains, and I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Why do I even bother?
Music's gone.
Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception!
He wasn't even there.
Insolent swine! I will not...
The Exarch is so cool.
Do you hear me?
I feel like he probably was there, and when he slammed his staff on the ground, maybe he like vanished and used an after image, because he usually slams the staff anytime he's casting a spell, and he didn't have a spell that he used. Oh, hi Ranjit.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you have come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Vorthry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness.
We have reached an accord, yes.
They have
Too
fun to
many
hear.
times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
In his wisdom, Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith. You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed. Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Il Mheg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, that you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our faith to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
Okay, now heal that dude.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
Well, that's a lot. The guard hath been afflicted with the most terrible and efficacious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations, alas his condition remains unchanged. At present we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. Well, we will have to look for a cure next time. I'm gonna end stream. Let me see if I can find somebody to throw a quick raid out to. I'm gonna end stream and go try to find something to eat. Cayman just went live. Yeah, Cayman's been live for about 13-14 minutes with day 4 of his subathon. So I'm gonna throw a raid out to Cayman. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will probably be back with more tomorrow. Shadowbringers is peak.